Hello. How we doing? Just want to do. I'm getting a lot of messages from people checking in on me, and it would be easier for me doing some cooking. Uh, I have no idea what I'm cooking. It's some sort of stir fry. Bex is bringing out food for me to throw on the grill. Let me put some lights on. Hold on. I just wanted to kind of talk to people and update people. Thank you about how I'm feeling and what's going on, and it's been a horrible rainy day, and I don't know what I'm cooking tonight. Actually, Beck's just bringing stuff out to me, and I'm putting it on the Blackstone. So it's a impromptu, compassionate cooking, and she could describe what we're doing here. So it's just a lot of vegetables so far. Winnie, 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 Winnie. We had two amazing tours today. Um, and that was great. I'm wearing, I guess, my new favorite sweatshirt. You can't change an animal's past, but you can rewrite their future. And this is from Halfway Home. So, I just wanted to go live and express my gratitude of um, all the wonderful messages that I've received the past couple of days. Um, I'm absolutely devastated and heartbroken. I had a sad moment this morning, and yes, apparently it's compassionate cooking. What are we cooking? I think it's a stir fry. So I had a moment this morning that I was just, oh, we're making soba, but what? Oh, what? Yakisoba. I thought you kept saying soba. I'm like, I don't know what soba is. Soba noodles and veggie. Yeah, I think it's princesses or Wilbur starting to spit them out. Um, so we're just on a casual live. Nothing. Here's Winnie. Winnie was absolutely crazy today. Am I putting that on or waiting? Why did you say paper towel? I do it like that. That's what? Um, so, it's really hard losing an animal you love and that you interact with every day. And so much a part of our lives was Candy, caring for Candy, especially in the past couple months where she would get up about 7 times, no exaggeration, at night to go to the bathroom. So she was never incontinent. And so she was really in tune to her bladder. So she'd wake us up and we'd have to walk her like 7 times a night. And then, she started eating less and less. And, hello. And, today I was out with Mukta today. And Mukta is still, he's still getting used to everybody. So I go out with him and I have a pig board to make sure he's not fighting with anybody. And I was, in my own world with him today. So I was walking Mukta out, and we're starting to make sure that he gets more and more time with the big pig, so he gets more comfortable. And this is a very slow process, and it's going to take months. And I'm wandering out Mukta, and this is in my element. This is in my environment where I feel so comfortable. Winnie, where I feel so comfortable. Um, with the animals. It's my healing time. It's where I feel at peace. So having moved to interact with the pigs, hi Brett. Having moved to interact with pigs and walking in the pasture, I wasn't really realizing where I was. You know what I mean? I was very in touch with where I being with Mukta, making sure the pigs were not near him, and he was interacting with certain pigs because he's getting more comfortable with other pigs, some pigs and not others. And so I was walking with him, and then I stumbled upon where I buried Candy, and I lost it. I lost it. Being so close to her, physically, mentally, and spiritually, and having her like right next to me without being able to hug her was so painful. And I thought about when I laid her in the ground and said goodbye. I just got really sad because I felt bad because it sounds crazy, but I'm like, she's in the ground alone. She's under Eddie's tree. Like, I was worried about her being cold. I wrapped her in a blanket. She wore her little pig pajamas. And she had her pig pajamas on, and she had a blanket around her. And so, stumbling upon her, and I didn't realize where I was. It messed me up pretty good. So, you want to say hi?
Hi.
It was just weird because I was out with Mukta Beck, and I was just walking backwards with him, and then I came upon her area, and it like messed me up. So we're all struggling here a lot. Lyle, I think, is taking it harder than all of us. He's having a little bit of better day today. He wasn't really eating. He was very sad. He was acting very weird. Like, he's taking it kind of here. Winnie's acting a little odd, but Lyle is definitely he's better today, but he's been off. So, just in dealing with
I worried yesterday that he was going somewhere or something.
yesterday, yeah.
Maybe not today, but they're less worried.
Yeah, we're less worried today. He was throwing up. He was.
No, maybe he was worried yesterday something was gonna happen.
Oh yeah, I don't know. It was super weird, and Winnie's acting weird. Everybody's acting off. So, and I've gotten so many beautiful messages, and I want to share with everybody about loss, and and something we go through, and I don't think it ever gets easier. And I share a lot with sanctuaries. So many sanctuaries reached out to me because of the loss, and they're taking time out of their day and their grief to check on me, and it was very kind. Shonda reached out to me from Misfits. Angela has been very kind, and we've all gone through this, and we all have to have each other because there's something that someone said to me on a tour last year, and I've said this story a lot that has been burned into my brain. That I it was a woman on a tour. I don't remember the context, but it was after a loss. She came on a tour, and she looked out in the pasture, and she said, you have a lot of loss in front of you. And that has been echoing in my brain since then. It doesn't change how I'm doing things, why I'm doing things, or anything. But they're right. You know, the more animals you have, the more loss you're going to go through, the more grief. There's so much you're going to go through. And so she said, it was very strange, but they didn't say it in a way where it was meant to be hurtful. It was almost like it was insightful. They, it was an odd thing to say, but I really appreciated that. I really appreciate it for some reason. It got me thinking. And yes, it was odd. I'm like, what? But they were so right. I mean, they're right. I have a lot of loss in front of me. The more animals you have, the more caretaking you have, the more loss you have in front of you. And I do. And you know, as our animals age, I know a lot of sanctuaries have an aging population out there, and they're going through it too. And but we have a lot of loss in front of us, but that's not going to stop what we do. Yes, Karen, you're right. The more joy as well. The joy of these animals, the joy of rescuing them, the actual absolute honor of rescuing them, and thank you, Kelly. Kelly's on. Beck says hi, Kelly. I was just talking about when that person said, you know, you have a lot of loss in front of you. Well, it was an odd thing to say. It's true. It just gets us thinking about, you can't focus, and she's right, Beck's right. You can't focus on that, and I won't focus on that, but like, we've had a lot of loss in the past couple months, and they just keep linking and linking and linking, and it's like, I don't know. It'd be nice to get a little bit of a break. It definitely makes us who we are going through these losses, but you know, I'll never be the same. Every loss takes something out of me. Dana says hi.
Hi, Dana. Yeah.
Beck says hi back. It definitely doesn't get easier, and every single one takes a toll and a different piece of me.
It leaves a mark. It doesn't take anything from you. It just leaves.
But I
like
do
a
feel
mark
like, sir,
that-
Beck saying it leaves a mark. I
Because
feel
if
like,
it took it from you, then
well, there's a lot of me.
huh? There's a lot of you. Is that what you said?
Yeah. More than there should be, as we're eating a lot of food. You know, I just feel like, I don't know, like it's just it's painful. It's hard to
Focus on different things. I think. What would?
well, you should
alternate-
go over here and talk because people are listening. So here,
Oh, I gotta get. No.
Becca has something to say, but she has to go inside for a second. But I want, you know, this is a conversation that I think needs to be had because, you know, there's faces and there's hearts and there's lives and there's loves behind these sanctuaries, you know. You know, there's founders, there's caregivers that feel this grief on a daily basis, you know. And so, yeah, I'm talking about all loss. My mother's talking about my aunt, my father, my aunt, my father, my uncle, who have recently lost them. And so, yes, you're right, Linz. And so I think everybody needs to understand there's so many people behind sanctuaries that feel this grief and how, you know, caregivers and founders that are directly responsible for their care take on this stuff. And so, and it's just, it's hard. I feel like maybe I'm talking in circles, but I don't have a lot to. Well, we had, yes, I mean, but it's in true numbers. We have 70 animals here. We don't take in, we do get some babies, but we also take in older animals and have taken in older animals and have taken animals with health problems. So the obviously the average is going to be higher of a loss than the general public who has one cat or one dog or two cats, two dogs, and they live 18 years and that's what you go through, unfortunately, because of what we do. But again, the grieving makes us stronger. The grieving makes us who we are. It's how we grieve. I'm obviously a more emotional griever. I think that's
What?
established. Oh, Beck didn't know that, so she was very surprised. Which was nice because you went to Franny, and Franny from Halfway Home is just as emotional as I am. So,
Correct. I think
which was
that's
very
right.
nice. That's why I get along with Franny well. Everybody's got to go give Halfway Home a follow. They're very nice. But I'd rather have these feelings and feel these feelings than be. Well, anybody considering becoming a sanctuary now is nuts in this environment. We need more people supporting sanctuaries at this point. There's sanctuaries that are closing. I wish there were people that were considering opening sanctuaries would support sanctuaries rather than open up sanctuaries that are going to dilute the help. We need help. We all need help. We need support. We need physical help. We need volunteers. We need everything. So rather than dilute the sanctuary, support a sanctuary, and if you are fully capable of running a sanctuary and have full staff, go for it. But we need people supporting sanctuaries right now. We need to hunker down in this environment, in this financial environment. We need to hunker down. So I don't think it's a good idea for anybody to open a sanctuary right now. That's not about being selfish. That's not about being worried about competition in any way, shape, or form. I just think it's really hard for sanctuaries right now. I saw a post at a sanctuary that I have dealt with for years. Hi, Rebecca. Rebecca Bose is on. A sanctuary that I've dealt with, and I'm not telling their story, and I don't know the situation, so I don't want to say their name, but they're closing. I know that several places are getting ready to shut down, and they are at a last ditch effort of staying afloat. And so it scares me because, we have to, as sanctuaries, support other sanctuaries. We have to make sure that sanctuaries are healthy. It's important. Is that Winnie? Where she got stuff on her face?
She's been busy today.
Yeah, but she's been in the mud. She's been running around in the absolute. Yeah, she just